Hey everybody, it's Game Granny coming at you, and this is late October. As you can see, the game is Friday the 13th, so let's do our little warning ahead of time, shall we? If you are 13 or under, please find your way to the exits and come back and see me in another couple years. If you do not like scary movies but like to hear me talk, turn the screen. You don't have to watch, just listen. Just a hint. Now, I've been trying to get this down for about 3 days now, and it's really starting to aggravate me. Oh, and I still have one more warning, sorry. This is Nana. If you are my grandchildren, and you know who you are, do not watch this one, go watch one of Grandma's old ones. Okay. They know if I say that, that means it goes off now and they move. Okay, so now we've got all that out of the way. So let's try and get this on. I thought today we'd just talk about some things that should be common sense, but people don't seem to know anymore. For example, I was taught to come back in the door you leave out of, and vice versa. A lot of people don't do that no more. If you come in one door, that's the door you want to go back out of. Okay? I don't know why, it just is. It's better for you some way. If you go back out the door you come in. That's all I know. Now, another one is never take anything from a graveyard. Okay? If you have something that comes into the funeral home or the church for the service that you don't want to go up to the cemetery because you do want to keep it, make sure that the staff know that and it gets left in the church or at the funeral home until after, when you can go back and pick it up. Okay. 3. Never dig up or talk shit about people who are dead. I know this one's really hard sometimes because there are times when we have to talk about those who have departed. Especially if we're missing them and things aren't going right for us since they left. But if you're just maliciously maligning people after death, then Lord help you, because I can't. You don't need to be going back 3, 4 decades, 40 years to see if somebody had a bad car deal. Okay? Now, I don't care what they did when they were living. Just like all of us, they will have judgment day. They will face Jesus, and they will have to come to account. It says, every knee shall bow, every tongue confess. So it ain't just y'all. Granny's got to put up her, she's got to do it too. But I wanted to get these few little things out there because I'm getting aggravated at seeing people doing them. Now, as far as our government and what needs to happen, I have some ideals, but they're probably not going to be good ideals for a lot of people. Because I think we should throw them all out and start over, but I don't know that that would even help at this point. Because even if you find somebody who's not an insider to one party or the other, and I don't vote by party, so this is definitely not that shit, okay? I'm telling you now, I don't vote by party. I vote by the person. I don't vote by Democrat or Republican. The only time I have to do that crap is when they force us to during the primaries. They force us to pick. You can't have a ballot that's not Republican or Democrat. But that's the only time. Other than that, I vote for the person themselves and what I know and what I can find out about them. And I can usually tell you pretty quickly if somebody's gonna actually be elected or not. My mama, bless her heart, I love that woman to death, and she voted Southern Democrat her whole life. She was in love with Kennedy and Roosevelt, FDR, as were most of the people in her generation. I mean, he led them through a war and did not give up, and they did not end up having to we didn't end up in a stalemate and have to have peace talks and all that crap. He actually kept it going until okay. So now yeah. So I don't know, but I think it's become to the point where we're going to end up in the Civil War again. And it may not be the way it was the first time, and the outcome is going to be way different. But now,
oh my God, what happened?
I was whooping on him for you and got caught on this fence. Go that way. I think you can get out. She didn't go the right way, though. I don't know for sure which way's the end. Yeah, so these are just a few things that have been on my mind. And I want to say this to the streaming industry, Hulu, Netflix, Peacock, whatever. Y'all shouldn't be renting movies that are 40 years old. If you have a movie that's 40 years old, people should be able to watch it no matter what. But no, y'all can't do that for some reason. So I think you really need to take a second look at that too. Because we're paying you. But you are giving us movies that you've made that are crap. Or ones that were not great to begin with, shall I say. Now you do have a couple here and there that are worth watching. I forget which one it's on, but Chucky's on one of them. But if you want to watch Freddy, Jason, or Mike, get ready to shell out some bucks, because ain't nobody letting you watch none of that without money. Which is insane. Now, if you can stand ads, you can watch IMBD. They do have the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and they have the 40th edition one of it for free. But, as I said, you have to watch the ads. That's the difference. It's either ads or not be able to watch anything, or pay rental fees on everything. Which is why we all went to streaming to begin with, because we didn't want to pay the big bill at the end of the month. So why would we want to rent all these movies? It don't make sense. People need to teach these business people something. I don't know. They're missing something. They really are. Because if you want people to be happy and stay with you, when you say it's Halloween, you better have some Halloween to back that up. And I'm talking not this one little white girl being chased around for 2 hours. No. I'm talking like 10 to 15 people dead in an hour and a half. Okay? I haven't seen any Saws at all this year. What happened to all them? They was good. They had the mystery, or whatever you want to call it, thrill. But yet, they had the killing. I just don't get it anymore. And if we're not able to watch these things, and when our children are of appropriate age, show them, I think we're all missing out on something. Not that I think everybody is going to face that, but, we don't know how many people are going to face a killer or anything like that. Plus, I think it's just a fun part of Halloween. I think we've forgotten how to do that. I mean, it just doesn't seem like it was at one point. And I know it's probably just me getting old, because all old people will say, oh, well, we had it better back in my day at this time or that time. But really, I mean, we want our grandchildren to have something too. And while we're at it, this PCism has got to stop, y'all. We are throwing away parts of our history that should not be touched. Okay? And I'm telling you now, if the National Baseball League of America does not go through and make everybody else change their mascots, and their fans lose their team for 50 years that they had, I'm going to lose my ever-loving mind. Because that's BS in the BS. And it's all because of that PC bullshit. Don't let anybody fool you. That's bullshit that they're feeding us. Straight up shit. Because that ain't what happened. And you can get mad at me if you want. I really don't care. I've got 27 of you. Okay? I really don't give a shit if you turn it on or not. I do this for me, not you. The day I start doing it to pander to someone else's agenda, I'll quit doing it. And trust me, I can walk away from a lot of things, and have. If you betray me, hurt me, anything like that, don't worry. You won't have to worry about me uttering your name, because I won't even think about you anymore. As far as I'm concerned, you fell off the face of the earth. That's how that goes. You get one shot, and if you mess it up, that's you. And it's because of my trauma and my grief and 100 different other things that have made me who I am. And I know not everybody understands that. And that's fine. But I'm telling you now, if we don't give up this PCism, we're going to have nothing left to teach our children. Okay? They already can't learn that Virginia used a certain flag as a battle flag for over 200 years before the Civil War. Okay. That's an estimate. They used it during the War of Independence from Britain. And y'all took it away because it was flown also on Confederate battlefields. Seriously. But y'all didn't look at what else the history on it. At all. It was just one of them, oh, well, it's against a certain race, so we got to get rid of it. And nobody said a word. Well, I did, but nobody cares what I say. And that's fine. But, like I said, if you keep rewriting history with a Sharpie, somebody's going to end up repeating some really bad crap really quick. For real. And that's just 100% straight up. I mean, we cannot keep doing what we're doing and expect this nation to survive. It ain't gonna. And like I said, it may already be too late. Because we've let these PC people push us so far that nobody knows anything anymore. And the ones of us that do know don't want to share or open up, because then we'll be called racist and bigot and whatever else. I don't give a shit what you call me. As long as Jesus called me the morning of the resurrection. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to preach. I don't want to preach. I really don't like it. For the most part. But I understand it's part of it. But there are some of the things I don't believe that are taught. So it's one of those gray areas. And we'll just leave it that way. But that's another thing PCism has done. Oh no, you can't say nothing about anybody's religion at all except for white Christians. You can talk white Christians down the road all you want. Don't nobody give a shit. I'm just saying. It's true. Show me where it ain't. Now, we used to have some common sense. I don't know what happened to that. We must have sold it to the Chinese with our billions of dollars that we owe them. And by the way, we could never form an army anywhere near the size of theirs because nobody's having kids anymore. And if they are, they're having one or two and stopping because they can't afford more. Yeah. So I don't know how we're going to do any of this or get anywhere. But it's got to stop with the PCism. That's got to be the first thing to go. These politicians can't be double speaking no more. They have to say exactly what they mean. Their yes should be a yes and their no a no. There isn't any of this, well, maybe, but my constituents want, that shit ain't flying no more. No. You have to come out and actually stand for something. And if you can't stand for something, then get the hell out and let somebody come in there that will. I know y'all think I'm crazy and that I'm playing, but I ain't playing. And I ain't crazy. Like I said, I only know 27 people that's on here, okay? But that's not going to stop me from saying what I think and what we need. Because we're running out of time. And these little games of this crap have got to stop. I went a circle again. Not good, not good, Granny. Alright, let's go this way and see if we can find some gas cans. Alright. But see, now I'm wound up and aggravated and I don't know what I'm doing. But I did. I lost my whole baseball team. And I'm a descendant of the American Indians. Of the Native Americans. And yet, we had to give all of that history up too. I need a gas can. I saw that girl leave with a battery, though. What happened is what's going to happen to us if we don't move our hind end and get out of here, girl. Now, that's one thing in these games. You can't leave the same way you came in most of the time. Because by that point, you're running from something or someone. And I don't even think these were the cabins I was looking for. So, yeah, now I have no baseball team. No flag. No history. Y'all want to paint us all with one brush. I realized that my ancestor was not the most popular, especially among other races, but I'm telling you, when he wrote the Declaration of Independence, Mr. Jefferson wanted slavery out, but he knew they could not get the colonies in the South to sign unless it was kept intact. So, but he did more for his people that were in, that he had, than any other one. He taught them to read. He taught a lot of them to be able to do math. He had one as a wife and raised several children with her. And she was his accountant for the last part of his life. That's how much he trusted her. And after he died, her children were free before the Civil War, I believe. And they moved to the territory of Ohio. Yeah, you heard me. They lived in southern Ohio. But we don't teach none of that no more. Because it ain't important. Because it's not what Justin Bieber and Miley Cyrus did last week. It's not Jenny McCarthy telling us if we should vaccinate or not our children. As if we should listen to a blonde actress. Okay? And I'm nothing against blonde actresses. I like a lot of them. Betty White, I loved her, and she was a blonde for years. But we can't keep selling out. It's to the point, and like I said, it may already be too late. We may have already caused what's going to befall us. We are going to end up like Rome. If we don't watch our backs, we are going to end up like Rome. Oh, great, he's here. And I didn't find any gas up here at all. Dang it. I'm going to have to cross back over that big old road, though. He must be really nearby because the music's keying up. I haven't seen anyone since the beginning of the game, y'all. And I'm beginning to think that's not a good thing. But be that as it may, we shall continue and try to live on. We are looking for gasoline, y'all. We need gas to run that boat. No gas in there. Just a plain pantry with not much in it. We've all seen those, ain't we? Somebody dropped a knife there. Thought maybe that was a gas can for half a second. But nope. Now I gotta see where the cops are coming in at when they come in, because I'm right down here by the road. It'd be dumb of me to keep going that way unless I have to. I'm gonna have to double back and go to find the unless I find gas, I'm gonna have to double back to the road quick. We still got a few seconds before it shows us where they're coming in at. We are going to have to go meet them. If I don't find some gas. Which it don't look like I'm going to. Nope. That's kind of close by, y'all. If I can just get there without him popping up, it'd be good. But I don't know if it's going to work or not. Wait, I may have went the wrong way here. No, I'm going the right way. Just keep running. We're almost out to the main road again. And that's where we need to go. Now, are we going right or left? Left. We're going this way, skeleton. If you's a following. Let's go. He's standing up there in the middle of the road waiting on us. Is there a way around him? Two minutes, and he's headed right back for me. Shoot. All that time and I was so close. And that's about what we're going to say one of these days. All that time and we were so close. So close. But that only lasted a little over 200-300 years. Depending on how quick it fails. Alright, well, thanks for hanging out with me, and I hope you had a good time. And I hope this caught from the beginning. I did this a couple times this week already, but it would cut off the beginning or the end or somewhere. So, laters.